Welcome to Rope Dropping Knowledge, where we guide you through the magic of Disney.
$166.
166.
Oogie Boogie Eve. For us, anyway.
D23 opening. Whatever. Grand opening. I don't know. Opening night.
Yep.
Opening day.
Opening day. So we're doing this on Friday. I told y'all we don't skip. So I was being serious when I said we try our best not to skip any. I don't think we've skipped any episodes yet. So yeah, I know we just had one on Monday, but technically that was last week's episode. We just pushed it till Monday, and I know this is only 4 days later, but hey, we think you deserve at least once a week. Yeah. So yeah, we are doing it today, Friday, and tomorrow we'll be at the parks. But before we get started, it is a magical birthday week for a lot in our Rope Dropping Knowledge family. So
should be Mickey singing happy birthday.
Yeah, well, this goes on YouTube now. I don't want to get it pulled.
Even if it's Mickey?
It depends on, you can sing Mickey.
They said that Happy Birthday is the only song that's not copyrighted.
Yeah, but if Mickey's singing it from a Disney album, it'll get copyright stricken. Go ahead and sing Mickey.
I don't know if you Mickey. Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, it's better than that's pretty good. See? So for this week, happy birthday to our beloved cousins, Christina and Patricia. Christina, of course, was married, which robbed us of their pass renewals. Now they have to wait till they start selling passes again.
And Christina was our number one fan.
Original.
Now that she's family, she's just family, not fan.
She's just family, which is a notch below Roped Up on a super fan. Just kidding.
Because they're not allowed to receive any prizes.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, please, none of our cousins get divorced to get a prize from us. I mean, it's not worth it. Not worth it. We give you stuff anyway.
Well, the reason why they're not allowed to enter giveaways is because we give them stuff anyways. So, you know. I know, like, Dustin once entered the hand washing contest or whatever.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like, well, here's my dirty hands when I took my cast off or whatever. And we're like, dude, if you want one, we'll just give you one. You don't have to send us a picture. He's like, no, I just want to enter for fun. I don't want it.
He's funny.
He's like, here's some soap. We'll just give it to you. You don't have to enter anything.
And of course, Patricia is the mother of Mia and Emmy.
Yes.
So
it's also her birthday this weekend.
Yep. And of course, Dole Whip Kid.
Yay.
So all three of those this week. And yeah, lots of cool Disney stuff here here this week, but here in San Diego, it is a sauna. It is basically, it is in the 90s. Raining but 90 degrees.
Yes.
You know? Well, at least in the daytime.
It's Disney World weather.
Yeah.
Now we know how you feel.
Yeah, which is horrible.
How can you guys go to how do you dress? For the parks, because it's hot, so you can. Because we don't have umbrellas, so because when it rains, we just wear a rain jacket with hood. So, but
yeah, it should be either or. It's
I was wearing a rain jacket with a hood, so I can protect, so I don't get wet. But I was hot, so I saw people in the streets in tank tops and shorts, but had an umbrella.
Yeah,
and I was like all hot because I didn't have an umbrella. I had to wear a jacket. Yeah, that's why I'm like, how do people in Disney World dress? Like, do you bring an extra set of clothes?
I know. They're like, the adults are like me and Emmy. They just have different sets of clothes.
Yeah, me and Emmy brings like 5 outfits, you know. Well, their mom brings 5 outfits for them, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, someday we'll go to Florida, you know, if it's still above water.
Well, if it's like this, I don't want to go.
It looks like the whole world is going to be like this if you're on a coast, and then inland it's just going to be the dry heat. So, yeah.
I think I like dry heat.
Yeah, well, you're going to get more of it because I think there's this new thing called a heat belt that just developed, I guess, and it's going to be permanent. And yeah, they say
So is it going to be desert for everyone, or
if you're inland, and then on the coast, then it's going to be the
humid.
sauna. Yeah. Yep. Is what it is. You know, I'm 50, so hope your kids can figure this out.
Well, we just like retired people move to the desert, like Palm Springs or Nevada.
But they used to move to Florida, and now they're all soaked.
Yeah. Now it's like,
Meh. Anyway, happy birthday. And part of that, reason we're talking about weather is because at the beginning of the week, it was, one of the reason it is we have a hurricane in Mexico, Hurricane K.
ew.
So that's pushing up a lot of heat because hurricanes basically are caused by heat. And since the planet's warming up, we're actually
There's
getting
gonna be more
hurricanes on the
hurricanes.
West Coast now. It usually was just on the East Coast in Florida.
Oh.
But now we're getting it here, and that's just a lot of energy, and it's pushing rain and heat and all kinds of stuff. So I even had a coworker who says, I'm coming to San Diego this weekend. I'm like, well, out of all the weekends of the year, it's probably the worst to come.
Where are they from?
They're from, I don't know, Central California. Yeah. But we were going to get wet at Oogie Boogie Bash because at the beginning of the week it said that there was first it said it was a 75%, then it went up to 80, then went down to 50. But then you're checking, what's that site you check?
Wonderground with a U, so WNDER, ground.com, and it gives you the percentages of rain hourly. It gives you an hourly forecast.
Yeah, so it pinpoints throughout the day, and obviously it changes because no one has been able to predict the weather exactly yet, which is weird. It's 2022. You think we could do that, but we it says basically now it's just in a low. By the time we go to Oogie Boogie Bash, it's like 5% or something.
Yeah, it's like in the 60s in the morning, like 3 a.m. because it's still lingering from today.
Yeah, and
then by like 3 p.m. it's like 15%. And then by 6 p.m. it's down to like 10. It's like as the day goes by. It's
the less and less.
The Apple app doesn't
even have it at all.
Doesn't have anything at all. It went to 80 to 0, I guess.
Unless you scroll, then it shows the morning. But yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Wonderground is Margareta, who works with me. She told me about that because she was like wondering for us too for her Oogie Boogie Bash. I was like, oh, go on here, and looks like it's not going to rain in the afternoon. So yeah, she's the one who showed it to me.
Pretty cool site.
Yep.
Pretty cool site. All right. So since we are going to be at the parks tomorrow, and it is a new month, we have a series of giveaways we need to get out of the way. First of all, it's the Hocus backpack.
I put a spell on you. See, I'm singing again.
Yeah.
You guys wanted me to sing. Here I am.
And that particular backpack is, we already have some entries, so I don't get to set it on fire. We actually have to give it to someone. Man, I was looking forward to setting it on fire. Loungefly.
No, that's burning your own money because you bought it. Put it to good use.
Yeah. I thought setting anything Hocus Pocus,
that's what I should have
Pocus
done.
on fire is good use. It would be a great
That's
show.
what I should have done. When we made that bet.
What bet?
That you thought your rain jacket didn't have a hood, which who makes a rain jacket without a hood?
Yeah, this is old married people's stuff.
And then I'm like, it does have a hood. How much you want to bet? Because it's a Disneyland one too. And you're like $1. I'm like, no. I should have said, if you lose, you have to wear the Hocus Pocus backpack. But instead I said, if you lose, I get to beat you. I thought beating you was more satisfactory.
He's so violent. Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
it's a good thing
he
she
lost
doesn't know
the
how
bet,
to punch.
obviously.
Yeah.
But
Someone
I
beating
should
up.
have bet that you should wear the Hocus Pocus backpack.
I'd wear it as a jock strap. Wear it to jiu-jitsu. Like a sumo
But anyways,
rap.
none of that. The backpack will be safe until somebody wins it, and we'll give it away.
Yeah. Unworn in any capacity. So all you have to do is direct message us via Facebook, Instagram, email, info@ropedroppingknowledge.com, or I actually did put up a blog post. All 4, you get 4 entries. You get as many entries as mediums that you use to answer this question. What do you love or hate about Halloween? All right. This giveaway ends on September 24th, Saturday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be drawing on September 25th. Oh, yeah. All winners are drawn at random.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't there something else? Must live in the United States and be 18 years or older. Okay. Now, we have 2 in-park giveaways. First is, even though we said we were going to do it last week, I don't think we actually talked about it on the podcast because we didn't really know what we were giving away yet. But it is a Loungefly Princess full-sized wallet. So we've been giving away the Kate Spade card wallet. So this is actually a full-size wallet. And it's Loungefly. Yeah, fly. And yeah, you can see it on, what is it, pink and white, right? I think it's pink and white.
Pink and white.
With different princesses, silhouettes on it.
Silhouettes of princesses. And it's a full-size wallet.
Even has space for your ID and everything.
Yep, everything. Change.
Yeah.
There's a zipper space for your change.
Yep. So the first person who comes up to us and says, hey, I want that wallet.
Or just say hi.
Just say hi. But you got to kind of mention the wallet. Because a lot of people say, hi, do you know where the bathroom is? I'm not going to give them a wallet.
Oh, well, of course.
But if you say, hey, you're Rope Dropping Knowledge. Do you have something for me or anything in that capacity alluding to a giveaway? We will give it to you. Because sometimes people might see us, and because you're right, since we always have an in-park giveaway now, they may not know. Someday we may not have a wallet. It might be a toy. It might be something else, or it might be a different type of wallet. But they see us and they didn't listen to the latest podcast. Yeah. They might just say, hey, do you have anything? That counts. We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
All right. And because we are going to Oogie Boogie Bash tomorrow, we are doing the Chapek Challenge. And the Chapek Challenge is, if you approach us dressed as Bob Chapek, we will give you a $100 Disney gift card. That's the biggest gift card I think we've ever given away.
Yes.
So.
And I think it should count, but Brian doesn't. But if you come up to us and say, you are dressed as Chapek in casual clothing, because you're not really dressed up, and we may not. Brian said he'll see, case-by-case basis.
I don't see what the point is of doing that. Because the person who's going to approach us, typically, the most likely person who's going to approach us will also be the person who actually heard about the wallet.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be whoever has the wallet is going to be like, oh, I'm also dressed as Chapek, even though they're dressed as Mary Poppins. So basically what you're saying is, I'm dressed as Chapek. And I'm dressed
as Chapek dressed as Mary Poppins.
See, you see the flaws in your logic? I'm always having to point out logic errors to a lawyer.
Deal.
For you. You're trying to get good. You're supposed to get good deals for us and you, not for the rest of the world. We're already giving away stuff.
No, that's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, I'm Chapek dressed as a Sith Lord. Hello. Can I get that $100 now?
Well, that would be funny. You know what? I have an idea, but I'm not going to announce it because you're going to give it away on air and no. So. But
yeah, no, the whole point is that if you dare to dress up as Chapek because he's a villain. Well, back then we were mad at him, thought he was a villain. Right now, I think he's pretty cool after all these D23 announcements. He's cool. He's making money for the company. It's good. So, but still, we have to stick to it. If he's a villain, just a villain. The point
I would say he's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, like what's his name?
It's like the Punisher.
Like U.S. agent.
Yeah, he's more like U.S. agent.
The guy, the other
fake
Cap.
Captain America.
The fake Cap. Yeah.
He might have killed an innocent guy, but we might cut him some slack.
He has some bad days.
He's pulling it together.
Yeah, he has a beard now. He looks all Papa Smurfish.
He's an anti-hero. That's probably the best thing. But doesn't mean he can't be a Halloween. I mean, lots of people dress up as heroes for Halloween, too. We're just saying it's a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
So if you dress up as Chapek or something that we can recognize you as Chapek, then you would get $100 Disney gift card.
Because what started this was Oogie Boogie is mostly a villains, right?
Yeah.
Villains are at Oogie Boogie. So if you dress up as a villain, Chapek villain, you get $100.
Yep. So 2 chances at a giveaway, in-park giveaway tomorrow. I would probably, and I said this before, but I would accept a name tag of Bob C.
What about Bob?
Bob.
I mean, if someone's making a name tag that says Bob, obviously.
Yeah, if you made a name tag that said Bob, I'd probably be like, especially if it's a Disney one.
Yeah, one of those like making magic happen. Bob.
Yeah. Bob from Hades.
Hades with the D, not Hades like the real Hades. Right? Hades with the D, like where Hades is from.
Yeah. What other Hades is there?
I thought Hades. The other Haiti.
With a T? That's pronounced totally different.
How's that pronounced?
Haiti, not Hades.
Hades.
Hades. Like,
Haiti.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. I was just clarifying.
You know what? If somebody came up and said, I'm Bob from Hades, and they spelled it Hitti, I might give them extra.
Here's $200.
Especially if they did it with a French accent.
The other Hades, the real one.
Because that's a multiverse. That's meta. I'm like, dude, that's the new multiversal expansion that we're going to talk about. Okay.
And we also said a baby would work because he has the hairdo.
Only if they're bald.
Bald. Of course, babies are bald.
Not all babies.
Oh, okay.
My friend's baby got a full wig.
So, but you'd probably have to dress your kid in a suit. So, I don't know.
Okay.
How far will you go for $100?
Exactly. Yeah. So those are our 3 giveaways that are going on simultaneously. So you could technically win 3 giveaways this month. All right. Oh, so it's kind of a combination. We have Disney Plus Day and D23 just running back to back. So
yes. I think they planned it like that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Disney Plus Day was September 8th. There were a lot of freebies. They rolled out the blue carpet at the parks and downtown Disney. Mm-hmm. There were free stuff. They had the Mickey ear hat, but blue, and it had the plus all over it. For Disney Plus. And
that's cool because I think that's going to be a collector's item.
Yeah, I wish I had that. We have the green one.
Yeah.
But we don't have the real one. Mm-hmm. I think I want that one day.
Yeah, we'll get one.
And then, because that's the only hat that they'll put the magic key on, too.
Interesting.
So, anyways. So then they also had free blue Mickey balloons for kids.
I thought they stopped doing magic keys.
No, they only do it for hats.
Oh.
But that's the only hat they do it for.
I thought they stopped doing them all together for some reason before they announced the new keys.
Yeah, they did. But they're like, the only thing we'll do it for is hats.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The exception.
Yeah. But we're not sure if it's those Mickey hats only or all hats.
Right.
It doesn't make sense, all hats, because originally the only embroidering they did was for those hats. So. Anyways, and so another thing they gave away were, of course, buttons for Disney Plus Day and free balloons for kids. Those blue balloons I showed you.
Yeah, because those are those
are cool.
Big ones. It was like
full-size balloons.
Yeah. How much? I wonder. I'm gonna have to see how much those balloons cost because those are a pretty good deal. Because not too many.
I want to say they're like $15. I would think, right?
Mm-hmm. In the plastic thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Mickey shaped balloon inside the bigger balloon.
Yeah, those are cool.
We never get balloons because I think they're annoying.
Well, it's just a hassle.
Yeah, it's a hassle because they could pop, they could fly. You can't drive in them because they are kind of in
It's
the
kind
way.
of the funny thing is that like a kid would want it to run through the park with, but it really only makes sense to get it when you're on your way out of the park.
Yeah.
So,
and it's such a hard job, it seems like, for the person holding the
that's
balloon.
like the hardest job in the park.
Yeah.
Because that whole tangled mess, I know they have it down to a science, but I'm just like, dang.
But like on a hot day and they're sitting there with that heavy thing. Like,
It seems like it's punishment.
Yeah. It's that and food service, I think. But I think that's worse than food.
I think that's worse than food service.
Yeah.
They probably have less customers, but then you have people saying, oh, can I just hold it?
Yeah, and they're allowed to do that where you're allowed to let someone take a picture, like pretend to hold it and take a picture.
Yeah.
So you have all these influencers trying to, bug them. I'm like,
so
just
annoying.
leave them alone.
Like if a little kid wants to, that'd be fine. But when somebody's like in their 30s, they're just like,
There's a lot of influencers trying to, Anyway.
All right. So what else?
Oh, so then the stuff that was released on Disney Plus Day was a lot of stuff released on Disney Plus, but the three important ones are Cars on the Road. It's a season 1 of Cars on the Road. It's a new show on Disney Plus where Mater and McQueen take a road trip. And then Pinocchio got released, the live action, and it was people got to watch it yesterday under the stars, like last night, for D23/Disney Plus Day.
Well, there was no stars in the sky.
Yeah, there was no stars
Clouds.
because clouds and it was about to rain, but people got to watch it yesterday.
Yeah. A lot of people,
In the
a
heat.
lot of critics don't like it. I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard why, but I don't know. Again, sometimes I think is like if something's on Disney Plus, my expectations aren't the same as something that I have to go to a theater for. So,
Well, like any Disney live action has busted so far.
I'm trying to think.
Has been a
Maleficent was the only one I think it got pretty high praise.
But it wasn't. I didn't think of that as a live action because
kind of
that
a
was
retelling.
a different story.
Yeah, it's about her.
Live action's ones where it's like it's exactly like the animation except there's real people in it.
Same
so
story.
they didn't do anything different.
Yeah.
Because Lion King, as much as people liked it, I didn't think it got high praises from the critics.
Well, it's because they just took like real lions and stuff and made their mouths move. It was weird. It was kind of like it was
yeah, it didn't make sense. It, like just watch the animation. Yeah. So Lion King and what was the other one? Beauty and the Beast. That was okay, but again, it's just the same thing, but just with real people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think when a movie is made for animation, there's a lot of like intangible stuff that kind of goes into it that you can't really put into words. It's just because they're thinking about that in mind. You know what I mean? With the animation in mind, they're like, with all even the story, even the little things that go, they're like, oh, this would look good. So when you just take that script and put it there, it's kind of like, some of the Chinese cell phones. Like you just take, the Android operating system and stick it in there, and it's kind of like it'll technically work, but it wasn't made for the phone, So
Well, like Mulan was good only because it was during the pandemic and it was the first movie released ever during lockdown, so we were all excited about it and we were entertained.
Yeah.
So that one was okay, but still,
people
But
they
still,
trashed
people
it.
didn't like
they
it.
didn't like it at all. Yeah.
And then there was controversy and all that stuff. So we'll watch Pinocchio, though. So
I'll watch almost anything Disney wants. The thing is,
even Hocus Pocus 2, the trailer looked good.
Here we go.
I think we should watch it. We should give it a chance because the other one was made in the 90s, right? Or early 2000s.
90s.
So it was kind of like silly and crazy and whatever. This one actually looks legit. Like they cleaned it up.
Cleaned it up.
Made it not so silly.
Man.
I think we should watch it.
I don't know if I have a choice. I mean, I can't say I'm going to boycott it. It's just be painful.
It might have redeemed itself.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, anyways, and then the third big thing was Thor: Love and Thunder was released on Disney Plus.
So we're not going to review it for a while. Tracy still thinks people need some time to watch it now that it's free, technically. Mm-hmm. Not free, but
on Disney Plus.
You don't have to go to the theater for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll wait a while to review it, but when we do review it, people who stay because we typically now we're only going to do spoiler reviews, I think.
Yeah, at the end.
And we'll do it at the end of the podcast. But the people who stick with us will get a chance at another giveaway that's related to said franchise.
Just like what we did with Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Cars on the Road, actually, I'm kind of interested in. I just think we're not going to review that like one episode at a time, so we'll watch the whole series before we do it. Mm-hmm. I was saying binge it, but we're probably not going to binge it, but we'll probably watch it all within a week.
Yeah.
So. And I don't know how long. I can't imagine the episodes are too long.
No, and I don't even know if they're released every Thursday or...
I don't know. I have
what's going on. We're too busy with She-Hulk every Thursday and Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and all this stuff.
Lord of the Rings tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, those are some cool things.
Yep. So, again, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully it won't rain. D23 first day highlights. So, the big one yesterday that they announced was Tiana's Palace Restaurant opening in New Orleans Square at Disneyland to coincide with Tiana's Bayou Adventure in 2024.
Yeah, and I think we've already said this before on the podcast when they first announced it. It made sense because it's already New Orleans.
Yeah. So we thought when they announced the Splash Mountain thing, retheming, we're like, I was thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to turn Hungry Bear into Tiana's restaurant. But I guess they'll leave that alone, and it makes sense that it's in New Orleans Square.
They don't even have to do much retheming. They just add an alligator with a trumpet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Her restaurant, what did it, like?
Gumbo. They already have gumbo.
Yeah, so there's already beignets right next door. But you're thinking, which restaurant will they get rid of?
Yeah, or convert.
Yeah. And we don't think it'll be
because there's no
Bayou.
extra space right now.
Right.
Or at least not a lot of it. And like you were thinking it might just be like a fast service, like,
Yeah, I'm thinking the French Market will turn into Tiana's Palace. Because when they say restaurant, they don't really mean restaurant. Just like when they said the Pelican, whatever, would be what is it? Waterfront dining. And then we thought it would be some waterfront restaurant, but really it's just a deck.
Yeah.
So I don't think this will be like a fancy sit-down restaurant like Blue Bayou.
Because now that I think about it, they don't, like actual sit-down indoor restaurants, they don't, like they have...
just Blue Bayou and Cafe Orleans.
They have Lamplight Lounge in DCA, but I'm trying to think of... They only have Red Rose Tavern. It's actually a themed IP restaurant, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because Hungry Bear is just Hungry Bear. It's not
right, because it's
based on an
Country.
IP. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say Winnie the Pooh, but it doesn't have any Winnie the Pooh theming.
No.
It's just a bear.
Oh, you're thinking like like Red Rose Tavern. Yeah.
Yeah, based on an IP. So they probably want that, but the only thing is where would they put it? And French Market is really the only place I could think to where they would get the traffic.
Yeah.
They accommodate the traffic. Because if they make it something like Blue Bayou, then it's, it's booked. And then most people
nobody can go.
Yeah,
because Red Rose, anyone can go. It's an in and out, like fast service kind of restaurant.
Mm-hmm. So the French Market's the only thing that makes sense.
Unless there's all those crystal shops that they're going to just convert.
It doesn't seem like there's that much room, but maybe that's just an illusion.
Well, they did do something with it, because remember there were the scaffolding up, and now it's back down because they were getting rid of something and doing something.
Yeah.
But the next thing is probably what one of those crystal shops will turn into, which is called Eudora's Chic Boutique featuring Tiana's Gourmet Secrets. And it's an all-new retail store opening September 20th, 2022. So
Did they say
like
what type
in a couple
of
weeks.
Yeah. I wonder what type of stuff they're going to be selling.
Like jewelry and accessories, they said.
So just retheming a crystal place.
Accessories created and served masterful New Orleans-style cuisine and more.
Cuisine.
Cuisine sounds like food, but they said
maybe it's like a
was
home store.
Yeah, they said home and they said accessories. It's confusing, but it's based on
like oven mitts and stuff.
Yeah, and
could be
maybe jewelry too.
Yeah,
because New Orleans. Because Eudora is the name of her mother, and her mother's a dressmaker. So I don't know. It's kind of confusing because we weren't at the announcement, so I'm just taking bits and pieces. But what they said was an all new retail store. Tiana is collaborating with her talented dressmaker mother, Eudora, to open this fantastic little shop with accessories to create and serve masterful Orleans-style cuisine and more.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's like a home store, but not with like pots and pans, but everything else,
Yeah.
Aprons, spoon holders, things like that. That's
like
what
the
I'm
Disney
picturing.
home store, but New Orleans style.
Yeah, but even smaller stuff though.
Yeah.
Stuff
Well,
that goes
it's
stuff that
coming-
goes on the counter, not in the oven.
Yeah. It's coming in a couple weeks, so when we go on October 1st, we can check it out if it's not too crowded, which I have a feeling it will be.
They should have like a traditional like voodoo like stuff. Like
Ooh, yeah.
like
Like Dr. Facilier stuff, like
Now,
cards
that would be
and
cool.
tarot cards and things like that.
yeah.
'Cause
But
that
stuff
is-
for cooking, like potion bottles for like salt and pepper and
But
stuff
see,
like that.
that's more like him than Tiana, though.
I know.
And this is themed for Tiana.
Yeah, it should have been him. He's a
Yeah.
bigger seller than her mom.
Yeah, yeah.
No, who knows who Tiana's mom is?
Well, now you do.
Whatever.
Yeah, because remember we saw Dr. Facilier walking around New Orleans Square.
Don't you want like a potion pouch for herbs and spices?
Yeah.
I mean, that could sell more
And
than
he'll just sell a bunch of his hats, his top hat.
spirit shot glasses for real spirits. I mean, I'm doing their job for them.
Chapek.
Euphoria.
Eudora.
It's like a mixture of euphoria and a fedora.
I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's
I don't know.
Eudora.
Yeah. Don't nobody care about Tiana's mom. All the moms in the audience are like, how dare you? Mothers are what make the hero.
According to Disney, it's fathers. King Titan or whatever.
Yeah.
King Triton. Not Titan. King Triton.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
That's next. Okay, so more breaking news today. A new ride. It's called, or not called, but it's a new, quote, multiverse attraction coming to Adventures Campus at DCA. So during today's Legends ceremony at D23, Bob Chapek shared that Avengers Campus is expanding with a third attraction with a brand new story that will bring guests into battle alongside their favorite superheroes. And the reason why this is a multiverse attraction is because now they can bring characters in from anywhere in the multiverse.
Yeah.
And additional info on this attraction will be announced Sunday at D23. So this is that Quinjet ride thing that they never finished.
Yeah.
So that's the third ride because Guardians of the Galaxy is considered the second.
But it's weird because they
one of
say in battle, I'm wondering if they're going to make it like web slinger, so it'll be like another thing that you can shoot.
Or maybe you're just in the Quinjet and
in the experience.
battling or whatever. I don't know.
We'll
But
see.
you'll see more. We'll hear more details on Sunday.
I mean, it's going to be another virtual ride because I don't think there's a whole lot of
Yeah,
space
yeah,
to
for
make
sure.
something like a whole new coaster type.
No.
So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is something that we're going to finish a while ago, and then they're just pretty much announcing that they're finishing it. I guess I would say that the multiversal stuff is probably new. They probably didn't intend to do that because I didn't think they even knew where the MCU was going when they started Avengers Campus. So they're probably going to add that, and that's going to, and maybe they're thinking that's worth the wait.
Yeah. And it's
so-
more like they said, now they can bring in any characters, right? X-Men, whatever, because it's from the multiverse. They can just say,
True.
oh, he's in another universe.
True. So we'll see. And then they could bring in different characters in the land. I heard that there was a land. They were actually expanding the land too, not just the ride. But we'll see.
Well, that makes sense because that other entrance to Avengers Campus where Hyperion Theater is and all that Hollywood lot stuff.
Yeah.
Where that Captain Marvel plane is.
Yeah.
It's kind of dead. So maybe they should do something over there.
And then that whole lunch area that it's big is never filled up.
Right.
So I don't know if they're getting a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, that's probably where they're going to expand.
So there is space. It's just, it's filled with something. The question is that something giving them a return on, because any square foot of real estate in Disney is worth money. Mm-hmm. So if they can either use it to attract people or sell something, they're probably looking at that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We shall see. I think it's pretty cool. You're going to probably see Captain Carter, the Illuminati.
Yep.
The ones that are still alive in some other universe.
Mordo. Just kidding.
Alligator Loki. That would be awesome.
Kid Loki. Baby Loki.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alligator Loki might just be in Florida. Yeah, he'll be... But it won't be, it'll just be one that wandered onto campus. Yeah. It wouldn't even be a real cast member. Okay. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And I think once that happens, that's actually going to help with wait times. Because when you have another, big ticket ride.
Yeah, because right now you kind of only have one. Well, I guess Guardians is the other one. But yeah,
but any big ride that people really want to go on, especially when it first opens, people are going to really want to go on it. It's going to make the rest of the park lighter.
Yeah.
So that's huge, and that actually goes into their plan of less wait times and adding value to the Genie Plus and all that. It's probably going to be an a la carte one, but still going to add value.
Yes, it's a big ticket one. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll make Web Slingers part of Genie Plus when that one comes out, because Web Slinger's kind of like, man, now. Like it's cheaper than Radiator Springs to buy and all that stuff. So maybe when that one comes out, Web Slingers will be.
Because Web Slingers is really fun.
Yeah. But
the hype is because it's new. Like if Web Slingers would have came out like 10 years ago, I don't think it would see massive lines. I think Toy Story Mania would still be a longer wait.
That's why it's dying down. The hype is dying down. So that's why they're trying to get people to buy it now as an a la carte. So they're lowering the price for it, because it used to always be the same price as Radiator Springs, but now it's cheaper.
Yeah. So the same price as Rise of Resistance. It would get up to $20.
Yeah.
I'm like, $20 for that Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, that's why if they put it on Genie Plus, I think people will be more interested in it. They just don't want to pay an extra, $50.
And they said they made so much money off of Genie Plus, so you would want to make that as valuable in advertising as possible.
Yeah.
Just maximize that.
I think because Disney World had taken some things off a la carte and put it in Genie Plus.
Yeah. And especially if they have another ride to replace it on the a la carte thing, I think that makes sense. But yeah, it's not worth Rise of the Resistance money to go on Web Slingers.
Yeah.
But Web Slingers is good, though.
Yeah,
it's
good.
Not
it's
that
just
good.
not Rise of the Resistance and Radiator Springs good.
Right.
And then there's also talks that this may be announced on Sunday, but our Hidden Mickey told us that there is a new attraction coming to Disneyland Resort. So we're not sure if it's DCA or Disneyland, but I think he said Disneyland. So
yeah,
we'll hear more about this on Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah, that's suspenseful. Call them Hidden Mickeys. I like to call them Shadow Magic Agents.
Shadow Magic Agent. Okay. It doesn't sound very Disney.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, because they're hidden, but they work for me. They work for the dark side. No. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, it's time for...
It's Taste Talk with Tracy. Mash some magic in your mouth.
Okay. Well, I said I would make more stuff at home. like we did during the lockdown. So last weekend I made pizza, but I made it three different ways. Same toppings, same sauce, but 3 different ways, meaning like how I baked them, I guess.
So tell them each way.
The dough was like the dough recipe I made can make up to 4 pizzas. So I got to make different kinds. So the first pizza was just a regular thinner crust, not thin crust like crunchy, but just regular thin crust pizza, baked in an oven. And you thought that was good. Okay. And then the second one, the crust was a little thicker. I didn't make it as thin. And it puffed up, so you could see pictures. And that one was pretty good.
Pretty good.
And then the third way was I made it in a pan pizza. Put it in a cast iron pan and then baked it.
So the second one you made was so good, I kept wanting you to make it.
Yeah.
So
I made it again with the fourth.
Yeah, that one tastes really good. That one, when it rose more and you put a little more sauce on it, it tasted like Italy in Vegas.
Oh.
It tasted like that pizza. That was really good. Yeah. That's why I really liked it, because I've kept trying to find pizza like that. I only like 2 types of pizza, like the wood flyer with the air in the crust, kind of like Naples, and that one. Well, there's some thin crust Brooklyn ones, but like Bronx Pizza here in San Diego, and if you come to San Diego, you got to try Bronx Pizza, one of the best. But the thing is that most places look like Bronx Pizza, but just don't taste like it.
Yeah,
it's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's the crust you like that puffs up and all that stuff. It's because the oven has to be really hot. That's why Alex was like, just buy your own pizza maker, like that thing. But we don't have room here. But yeah. That's because, I turned it on like 500, but I don't know if the pan that I put in there, because I don't have a pizza stone. That's the other thing. So I don't want it to start melting, because I think it said the maximum it could go is 450. So, yeah.
So, yeah, those were really good. I definitely want to eat those again. So, pizza maker. And you also had the KitchenAid.
Yes, so I didn't have to hand knead.
But I think so when my friends bought a pizza place, I have friends who actually own a pizza place. They bought this $15,000 machine that kneaded the dough. But what it does is it puts air into it. Yeah. So when people flip the dough in the air, like the old school pictures, the reason is to get air into the crust. Right. And that's what makes it puff up.
That's what makes the bubbles.
Yeah, and that's what makes it taste, it's a whole new texture and everything. So I think the KitchenAid helps with that, because it's like a KitchenAid is like a mini version of what they bought. Yeah. Because theirs was like,
theirs probably for a commercial.
Theirs was like 500 pounds. Yeah. It's like a 500-pound KitchenAid, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, it was. But people buy them and they make money off of those pizzas because it differentiates the pizza that much. So, yeah. So I think that helped. So if you guys have KitchenAids, use that. Unless you can flip it in the air yourself.
Yeah. I mean, when that's when they try to stretch the dough and they flip it to stretch the air. But, I just stretched it normally with my knuckles. I didn't flip it.
All right. So I guess, we don't have a lot of food. Well, is there anything that we're looking forward to trying that's specifically for Halloween or Oogie Boogie Bash?
There's some food specific for Oogie Boogie.
Like what?
The funnel cake fries.
Funnel cake fries. So is it
Oogie Boogie
different than
funnel cake fries?
Did we already have those before?
No, we had the cookies and cream or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So this one's Oogie Boogie. I don't know what flavor. At the Mexican restaurant that has the burrito tacos, they have this hibiscus sangria that I heard was good.
So it probably tastes like kind of like Jamaica, I'm imagining.
Yeah, but with wine, right? Because sangria. There is a cereal sundae or a brownie sundae at Clarabelle's.
I just feel sick hearing about that. That's the kind of stuff you like.
Yes.
Just like sweet for sweet sake.
Yeah. No, but one of these guys tried it, and he said the brownie wasn't sweet at all. So mix the brownie in the ice cream, so it can be sweet. I was like, okay, got it. Well, Hollywood Lounge has that michelada you like, ghost pepper michelada, or Modelo.
Oh, I did like that.
Or Modelo Especial ghost peppers.
I want the michelada again, I think.
Cranberry sangria, prickly pear vodka, blood orange lemonade at lemonade. And we do want to try that.
I like lemonade.
No, but it's just lemonade.
Oh, it wasn't nothing special.
Yeah. We do want to try that thing at Cozy Cone, at the churro cone one. It's orange vodka slush. Orange cream vodka slush.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just Halloween. That's not Oogie Boogie special.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's something. And then the Hot Link corn dogs are
black.
Are black.
which is disgusting looking. I mean, I'm sure they taste the same, but
I would try one. Oh, at Pacific Wharf, they have pastrami sandwich.
I wonder if it's just like the same, like the pastrami dog that they had. Remember that we really liked, but they never sold it again from Award Wieners.
And there's pumpkin cold brew at Joffrey's. I think I might get one of those.
Pumpkin cold brew. There's so many people so many basics are gonna be lining up for that.
I know. Okay,
I want
maybe
the
I won't
pumpkin
get it.
cold brew.
I don't like pumpkin spice anything, but I mean, if that's all they have.
What was the girl's name? Now I forgot her name. Is it like Madison or something that showed up on She-Hulk?
Madison.
Yeah, that's gonna be Madison. Like, I'm totally gonna get the pumpkin cold brew. Her name is Madison with a Y, but it's not what you think.
Yes, with the LA sounding voice.
That was so LA accurate.
I want the pumpkin cold brew. Okay, maybe I won't get the pumpkin brew. It's pumpkin spice horchata cold brew. Does the horchata make a difference? Does it make it more cultural?
Make it more cultural
and not basic?
California is all about horchata. Like we've pretty much like Mexican culture is so much a part of it.
That's what it was, because the horchata cold brew was really good.
Mm-hmm, it was.
So now they have pumpkin spice horchata cold brew. And then
some might be tasty though.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I'm going to try it. Call me basic. I will try it.
You could totally try it, and then but you have to have the barista hold it for you till you get the sunlight, so I can take a picture and maybe a selfie. Yeah. If you.
Oh, okay. What about if I added Irish whiskey to it? It's pumpkin spice horchata cold brew with Irish whiskey.
Well, now you're talking. Okay. That's cool.
Okay, that's totally not basic.
No.
Okay.
No. That's awesome.
And there's ghost pepper nachos. We've tried that. Oh no, this is in Lamplight Lounge. Oh, forget it. We don't want to get a reservation.
Yeah, just waste time.
Butter pecan cold brew at Pim's Kitchen.
Wait a minute. Butter pecan cold brew. I wonder if it's going to taste. No, it's going to be cold brew, so it's iced.
Yes.
I'm still trying to replicate that butter.
Oh no, you'll have to wait till
Christmas.
Yeah, Festival of Holidays.
That was ambrosia. That was the best drink I've ever had.
We should do something different and try the Pacific Wharf Cafe, the pastrami sandwich.
Maybe, yeah, we can.
And they have the chocolate espresso bread pudding.
Could split one with Mia. I want to see her eat a big sandwich. Just pick it up.
She likes spaghetti. Last time they had spaghetti at Boardwalk Pizza. They love spaghetti. And then remember, she was like, "Oh, good," because she didn't know about fast passes, or I mean, lightning lane, right? She's like, "What's this line?" I was like, "Oh, it's so we could skip the line over there." Oh, good, I can get back to eating, because she was eating her spaghetti, and I made her stop and go on Goofy Sky School with me. She's like, "Oh, good, I could get back to eating faster."
Okay, well, I guess it looks like we do have at least a small list of things to try. So
yeah,
sounds pretty good. I'm actually open to trying food, but since we're going to a ticketed event, which is really expensive. Looking back on it,
yeah, why did we pay that much?
I don't know. It's so out of character.
Well, we never, and then especially when we heard it might rain and stuff will be canceled, we're like, and you were like, this is why we don't do ticketed events, because it's like, now we only get one shot at this,
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man. One shot only.
At first he says, we have two shots only.
And then he messes it up.
No, he only has 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, Ant-Man. Hopefully we'll see him on the new ride. All right. You know, with the sound effects and all this, I'm so much wanting to get the new Roadcaster, the Roadcaster 2. Mm-hmm. It's like, but I don't need it, but I want it.
Okay.
It's just expensive. And I have a perfectly good one. If we had like a serious podcaster as a listener, or no, multiple podcasters as a listener, or people who want to do their podcast or want to improve their podcast, I would totally give this as a giveaway. And then so I could get the new one. That'd be a good excuse. I'll think about it. All right. What do we got first in dot points?
We have, so these are just going to be a whole bunch of D23 announcements from today for movies and shows.
Let's talk about them one at a time.
Yeah. So the first one is, I'll talk about the movies first that are being released. The first one is Mufasa, the Lion King.
So it's about his dad.
Yes. So it will be released in 2024.
And is that going to be live action or animation? Do we know?
We don't know. It just has the poster that says Mufasa.
Hopefully it's animation.
Because those are usually better.
Yeah.
I think it's animation.
Yeah, I hope so. So that's going to be a new movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so it's a prequel, I'm assuming, because he died in the original.
Right? Spoiler alert. He dies.
Spoiler. There's some people would be still mad. We haven't seen The Lion King yet. Why are you guys spoiling it?
Spoiler, Mufasa's dead.
What a 90s movie.
I know, it's like when Notorious came out about Notorious B.I.G. I'm like, spoiler alert, guys, he's dead. He died at the end.
Oh, man. I mean, it could be good. I mean, they're going to really... I mean, I hope they're just not putting it out for the sake of the name, the IP. They think the IP is going to just make it worth it.
Let me see if there's anything else about it. I mean, I just saw the poster and I'm like, okay.
Because it wasn't James Earl Jones the voice?
Yeah. Maybe he's coming back.
Well, they had to mix his voice to do Anakin in Obi-Wan.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Anakin and Vader. Yeah, as he can, yeah. So... they've got to come up with a good story. And I was trying to think, because when we saw him in the movie, he was already like this alpha badass, you know what I mean? He was just, so maybe it's like how he became king, I guess, I'm assuming, but I don't know.
It's not even on Disney Plus, so it's got to be Disney Studios.
It's
Disney Studios.
So it's going to be in theaters?
Yeah, I guess so. It's Disney Studios that posted it, and it just said Disney Mufasa Lion King. The Lion King. So,
well, I mean, it'll eventually be on Disney Plus, but yeah.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. I think it's a movie.
I don't think I'm going to theater to see that.
Yeah, me neither. Inside Out 2.
Inside Out, the first one was surprisingly good. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Turning Red, because it's about a girl and, coming of age and the emotions that kids deal with. And it's like, as an adult dude, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I really liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, they did it. It was really well done.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if it's, see, what I would have done is do like a different kid. But they're probably going to continue it with the same, which I can see it both ways.
Well, if it's a different kid, it'll be different characters, right? In her head, there's different characters.
They might be the same colors, but different personalities for each character. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Amy Poehler is coming back. I don't know was she Joy?
I think so. I think she was Joy.
That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But, I guess I could see it doing with the same kid. Maybe the kid's going to college or something. because they did, but not quite as interesting. I think a different kid would be better. So
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's shows. I think this is a show. Peter and Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, there's another movie coming out. Snow White with Rachel Ziegler and Gal Gadot.
Gadot, yeah.
And I think Gal Gadot is the evil queen.
Evil queen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's in 2024.
Is that a studios? That's a movie.
Yeah, that's a movie, a live action movie. So I don't, we just said.
How many Snow Whites are they going to do, though?
They haven't done any.
They've done many.
They did The Huntsman.
Yeah, and then the one before, that was a sequel.
But they didn't do the actual Snow White.
Well, with Snow White and the Huntsman.
Are there going to be dwarves in here? Like there weren't dwarves and all this stuff?
I think in the first one, I mean, it's like,
I
don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. But
I guess. We'll see. It could be good.
And then the streaming in 2023 is Peter and Wendy, and I think that's a show on Disney Plus. So the Adventures of Peter and Wendy.
Yeah, I mean, because in most of the latest iterations of Peter Pan, he's kind of a villain.
Really?
Yeah, and well, in Disney products, yeah.
I mean, in Rescue Rangers, he was.
he's a villain in Rescue Rangers. He's a villain in Once Upon a Time. He was a villain in... Yeah, he's kind of like... They kind of look at him as just like... Yeah, he's like that darkness, you know?
Because he never grew up. Imagine if a guy acted like a boy forever.
Yeah, well, we've had a few.
I know.
Many.
And they're villains. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Little Mermaid, live action. It's coming out.
Hey, they have like a little trailer. Not a trailer,
There's a trailer, yeah. There's like a teaser that
like
they released
singing,
today.
Right?
Yeah.
She looks good. I mean,
yeah, she looks good.
You know, they
Maybe
blended.
she won't be as bratty in the live action.
The story's going to be the same probably, but we'll see.
Well, May 26, 2023. I don't know if it's releasing in theaters first or Disney Plus though. I think it said Disney Plus.
Maybe.
Yeah.
People are going to be outraged.
No, a lot of people like Little Mermaid.
Not my Ariel.
Oh.
It's like, hey, man. And the funny thing is, it's like the people who post stuff like that, they're like adult men.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. They're not my Ariel. I was like, dude.
It's a kid's show.
You're a truck driver in Kansas. Like, why do you care about it?
It's a kid's movie. Like,
why do you care about a black Ariel? Oh, boy. Okay.
And then the final movie that's coming out on Direct Disney Plus on November 24th, Thanksgiving, is called Disenchanted. Is this like some sequel to Enchanted?
I guess.
But it's live action starring that lady, the Lois Lane lady. Amy Adams.
Oh.
And Patrick Dempsey and all these. Maya Rudolph. Yeah.
I think so. If Maya Rudolph is in it, I'm thinking it's a comedy.
Well, I saw the trailer. I think the premise is more like kind of like Once Upon a Time where they're princess people, like storybook people, but they're in the real world. Kind of like Once Upon a Time.
It says happily never after.
Yeah, and then they turn into, I don't know. The trailer, just watch the trailer.
There was this comic book series that my friend AJ gave me, and he turned me on to a long time ago called Fables. And it was like really good. It's super R-rated, but it's like kind of like, imagine if Once Upon a Time was R-rated. It's basically all these fairy tale people had to escape their world to come into ours. And so like you had like, Prince Charming, but he was kind of like this, playboy gigolo because he gets all these women to fall in love with him and stuff, and Snow White was just kind of like, like just burnt out, it was just like, but they still had like, all all the stuff, like the big bad wolf, he could take human form.
Oh.
But then any villains got a pardon because they came to our world. So people still hold grudges. Like, you ate one of the pigs in my family, and it's like, hey, we all got a pardon since we came to Earth, right? It's like it was so weird, but it's funny but good.
Yeah, kind of like Once Upon a Time, right?
But it was just more adult themed stuff. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Okay, is that it for today?
That is all.
All right. So remember, we'll be at the parks tomorrow for Oogie Boogie Bash, and we're going to be doing the Chapek Challenge. Dress as Chapek. Yes. Come and approach us. The first person that does that gets a $100 Disney gift card. Also, we're giving away a wallet in the park. Loungefly, a Disney Princess full-size wallet. Come up and say, hey, anything about the wallet? You get that wallet if you're the first person to do so. And yeah, I believe that's it. We're hoping it doesn't rain. We're hoping the weather forecast that we're currently looking at stay correct. And I honestly don't think I'm going to be wearing a costume tomorrow. I'm going to let you dress up. I'll take pictures. and I'm just going to, I don't know, chill, buy a t-shirt or something. And I'll save my costume for when, if we go to a Halloween themed party. You guys can see me in that then.
Well, it's good to have because we go to a lot of Star Wars stuff and you can wear it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But because of the rain and everything, I have a feeling that if we do anything shopping or food related, you're going to have me hold a lot of stuff while you hide under an umbrella.
No, you always make me hold stuff.
Yeah, it's not raining.
Paradise Pier, we could just drop the stuff off.
Maybe.
So.
But I don't want to be encumbered.
Plus, it's hot, even though it's raining.
It's going to be hot. Because right now it's dark and it's still in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So no costume for Brian. Costume for Tracy, though.
I'm not really wearing a costume. I'm just bounding. I guess I'll post what
it's like hard bounding.
Kind of.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will see, hopefully, some of you tomorrow. I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
Stay magical.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and visit us at www.ropedroppingknowledge.com.